Chào mừng quý vị và các bạn quay trở lại với phần tiếp theo của chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh ngày hôm nay với câu chuyện khởi nghiệp của anh Akshay Sharma, là đồng sáng lập của website Hoozing.com, là một nền tảng giúp kết nối những người thuê nhà với các bất động sản và tập trung vào thị trường khách nước ngoài. Welcome back. So tell me about your story, man. How did you come here and what brought you to starting up this website in Vietnam?
I came to Vietnam in 2013. I came here with a youth organization named ISEC.
Yeah, that's famous.
Yeah, and I came here as marketing and sales for ISEC. I did it for 1 year. It was a good experience. I worked with students in different cities, Hanoi, Da Nang, and that is where I fell in love with the country. I like the country a lot.
Everybody fell in love with Vietnam.
People so good, and the food is so good, and people are supporting. Like if you want to do something, people will support you with resources.
Sure.
So I ended up working with some corporate firms here for 1 year, and me and some ISECers, alumni, we were going to trekking to the top of a mountain in Vũng Tàu.
Wow.
And there I met Hai. He's one of our friends, my friend, and he told about the real estate background. Like he worked in real estate, and he told us about how complicated it was for people to find real information, and he shared a lot of pain points that the real estate market was facing in Vietnam. And me coming from a technical background, I asked him to make a website which was simple, easy to use, give clear and nice information, show the whole house online. And we discussed, and he said, "Can you make it?" And I said yes, and we just started the company the next day.
How hard is it to put together a site like this?
I think the ideation point, when you have the idea and the whole putting the idea on paper takes around 2 weeks to understand what we want to make. But it's a continuous progress. Like you keep on thinking, and along the way, whenever you see that something doesn't fit the market, you change it. The thing that you should always keep in mind while starting a website or starting a product is that the market should fit. If your product doesn't fit the market, then it will not work. So if you have decided that something will work, but you see that the market is not responding to it and it needs something else, you should be able to change it.
You are the tech guy, the technical person behind this, so you would be in charge of like the design and everything with the website. How do you find out about the market's need? And like you said, you know, the market has to be you need a good response for the market. How do you find out about the need of the market?
Being a foreigner here in Vietnam, like it was a bit easier for me to know the pain point. And also Hai comes from a background in real estate. He has worked in real estate for 3 years. He has worked with big players in the market like Phu Mi Hung, and he has been an agent himself. And he has served many expats in selling and renting. And he sees that it's the same problem with many more expats. It's not me who has the same problem. There's like almost 400,000 expats in Vietnam that at least face this problem once in their life. And we try to find a technical solution to every problem we face. So for example, if we want a real information or a whole view, we will have 360 view. If we want people to build trust, we will have comments for the house or for the person. If we want people to compare between properties, we will make a technical solution for that to compare houses. So yeah, we try to find technical solution to whatever problem we.
For a website like this, you connect renters with each other and connect with landlords. What seems to be the biggest technical problem that you often have with this website?
I think market awareness is a problem, and how do we use our technology to make it viral? Like how do you make sure that if I am renting a house and I'm moving out, more friends of mine get to know. So making a new concept viral through your technology is a big difficulty.
Are you talking about the marketing process for that product, or how do you get the word out?
Yes, how do you get the word out? So for example, when you upload a listing and Now you should be able to share it on Facebook, on every social platform, so that 10 of your friends or 20 of your friends get to know about the opportunity.
So then you need to have a features of sharing on that site.
Yeah, and these kind of things are really new because the concept is new. And so it's very, like it's a difficult process to choose which one is the best. And that the thing that I think is the biggest problem that we have is in a new concept is that you have to do A/B testing. You have to check whether this will work well or this will work well. You have to check it in newsletters. You have to check it in the website. You have to check it in the messages. You have to check it in events. Which one works, which one doesn't work. Whether a flyer works properly, whether a newspaper ad works properly, what works properly. And I think with the startup, it's very difficult to know that.
So with your website has been running for around 6 to 7 months, right? So what are some of the biggest lessons that you have learned so far about the website?
I think
in terms of solving problems.
I think the biggest lessons that we have learned is being professional in everything we do. Like even if we make a mistake, how do we handle the mistake professionally? So if it's a sales team who does the mistake, how does he make up with the landlord? How does he make up with the customer? Because in the end, customers should be served properly and there should be no problem. Like our stakeholders are the most important things. The website and everything is secondary. So when you are creating a new business, it's very important for you to make sure that your stakeholders are happy with the website. Second thing that we learned is that if you have the passion to do anything, passion to solve a problem, you will find a solution to that. Even if it's not being solved by one way, you will find 10 new ways to solve the problem because you are passionate to fix it.
What is your challenge of like building a good team for Hoozing?
I think that's a very good question because a good team is always formed when people have the same vision and the same direction, or they can align themselves with that. In our team, we have been working with mostly fourth-year students or recent graduates, and for them, it's very difficult to be aligned for a long time because they want to experiment new opportunities all the time.
Looking for new opportunity and new journey, right?
Yeah, and that's why you cannot find a longer commitment from them. So it's very, very important that in an early stage you have people who can envision a long-term goal and can stay with the company, even if whatever the state of the company is.
So what is your long-term goal for Hoozing? Speaking of that.
I think Hoozing needs to serve more and more people. We were working with agents and landlords, but it was not scalable. And so we changed the model. And now, if the model works properly, we will be able to scale to Hanoi by the end of this year, and we might be able to scale up to different countries in the next 2 or 3 years. Also, we will try to create the community bigger and expand into Southeast Asia, so that even if people are moving out of Vietnam, like the TPP is coming, right? So people will be moving around in Southeast Asia. So even if they're moving around from Vietnam, they can still find good houses in Thailand or Korea or Bangkok.
And right now you do bootstrapping, right? Do you have a plan to do some fundraising?
Yeah, so far, like for the last 7 to 8 months, it's all bootstrap. And we are looking forward for investors, and we are meeting some people in Vietnam, outside Vietnam, so that we can sustain our operations, upscale it faster, and tell more and more people. Because the more people know, the stronger the community gets.
How is the talk with the investors so far?
Investors are very happy because for them it's a new idea, and they are very optimistic. I think that the startup community in Vietnam is very, very, very supportive. The investors, the VCs, they are very, very supportive, and they keep on motivating us, boosting us, and telling us the way, even if they don't invest. Like, they still tell us what to do next, and which I think is a very good thing. Also, like, they advise us to have more users and more people to experiment with.
But it's not easy to get the money.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get the money.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, and we'll come back with your story after a short break. Thank you so much. Thưa quý vị, vừa rồi là những chia sẻ của anh Akshay Sharma, là đồng sáng lập của website Hoozing.com. là website nền tảng kết nối giữa những người thuê nhà với lại các bất động sản và tập trung vào thị trường khách nước ngoài. Chúng tôi sẽ còn quay trở lại trong phần tiếp theo. Quý vị có thể xem lại chương trình trên website của kênh FBNC tại địa chỉ là fbnc.vn.